Welcome to the JPT Sub, everyone. Today we're going to do the July layout update, and we'll start here with this park that we just finished earlier in July. It's made with, I've got some gazebos and people that I got off of Amazon. I used some rail wheels and angle plaster to make some park benches. I was in Frisco, Texas a couple of years ago, I guess it was, and there's a really nice railroad museum there. But down the road from the railroad museum, there was a little park and the Frisco Chamber of Commerce and a couple of other odd and end things. And one of the things they had out with a steam engine on display was park benches that actually were made with using a wheel set. So I thought, that'd be cool to add to the layout. So we did that. We got us a Woodland Scenics flag. We scratch built a little, plant holder to go around it and put some flowers in it. Put some people in here, and a little fencing. Came out to make a really good scene. It looks really filled that space really well, and the space was just an old highway, so we kind of filled that up really nice. And to the right of it, we've started on the parking area for the diamond for the trucks. Added a little static grass and tufts there to improve the look. To the right of it, that was to the right. This is to the left. A little marshy area, and more water in it, a lot of tufts, some flowers, stuff like that. And, it turned out pretty cool. But overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. And, it wasn't hard to do. The time-consuming part was paint and watching glue dry, really. I'll put links to the Amazon products down below, and just so you guys know, the links are my links, so that it doesn't cost you any extra, but those links do help support the channel, so and support the JPT Sub. So anything, if you guys buy anything on them, I really appreciate it. Take a look. You can look up the items yourself after you see them, and you're going to see the price is the same. It's just, it's an Amazon influencer program. So, pretty cool deal. So I'll put all those links below, and anything else that's on the layout here that I got from Amazon, if we talk about it in the video, I'll try and do that same thing with the links for you guys. And there are things like I know you guys will be interested in that I've got other places, and I'm not about making money and only putting those links. So if I got it somewhere else, or I thought it was a better deal somewhere else, I'll put that link in there for you guys. So just to be fair about it. So the next thing we're going to look at is some road work I've been doing. Okay, starting here, we're looking back down at the park. We just moved down a foot or so down the layout here. We've got our park. We've got our little swampy area here, and then here's where the road starts. And we've got guardrail that I added in. That was something that I made. And then as you look here, we see the guardrail coming around the highway itself. So we've got a good bit of guardrail in here. This whole section is done as of July. That last segment right here, you can laugh a little bit, but we all do creative things. But that last piece of guardrail is waiting for the glue to dry, so that's kind of holding it. These guardrails kind of want to bow a little bit, so once you glue them in, they're fine, but when they're loose, they're not. So it's holding it down. As soon as the glue dries, it's fine, because you saw the other sections as I panned by there that they're in place and holding really well. They turned out really nice. The road itself is a foam core base painted with apple barrel pavement colored paint. Bought that at Walmart. You guys, most stores carry it. You guys can probably find it. It's really a nice color for a road. If you want to, a not so faded looking asphalt. If you wanted a more faded, you probably could start mixing gray in there and get some really nice shades out of it. And I may do that on some other roads at some point, because I'm in the process of going to redo all the roads on the layout, and I've talked about that before. But on this one, you notice there's you can see the white stripes back here and the yellow stripes on the highway here. There's white stripe on this side of the highway too. Something really cool for striping that I came up with. I can't paint a straight line to save my life. I'll tell you that, guys. Just I'll admit it. But and looking at painting these really long lines or whatever, or even using decals, I was like, man, this is going to be a tough thing to do. And I was looking through my scrap styrene, and I found this package that I have here from Evergreen, the .010 by .020. Comes in white. You kind of can see in the package there's some yellow because I've already pre-painted some. But this stuff is so thin and it's very flexible. I was able to just use it as my striping for the highway. It turned out fantastic. I was like way better than I thought it would. So, that's one for you guys, a little tip, just this styrene, and I just put a little super glue on the bottom of it and stuck it down. And I will say this, I did do it, I did super glue one end and then work my way down, just tacking a little glue under it and setting it down. And as you can see, it's got the curve in it, and just like the guardrail too, it was just very flexible, fit really well. I didn't have, really, I did go back and do a little touch up after I put it in, used a toothpick and either some of the pavement paint or the yellow paint to touch it up. And it's not 100% perfect, but then it's a highway, you don't want it to be, right? So that worked out well. And as we kind of pan around here, and then we'll take a closer look, but you can see we got the rest of this road going down through here, and we'll move up and take a little look at what we did on this end of the road. All right, so now we're a little bit closer look at this end of the layout. So I had two ideas when I started redoing this road, and one was the 2-lane road, or should I do a 4-lane road? Well, it's a long stretch, so you know what I decided? I got the best of both worlds. So my 2-lane road ends at the crossing, and by the way, these balk lines, that's another .010 styrene that I had around, and I just cut out the balk lines and glued them down. So I've got my turn lane here. I haven't made the arrows yet. I've got to do that part to finish it up, but we got more guardrail all along where we're close to the railroad track. Here's where it widens back out into 2 lanes, and it's really tough to see from this angle, so we'll kind of come up and look at it. But you can see the striping going into the turn lane there. So we got that covered there. Come back down to the ground here. Well, I dropped something to make a mess. So that turned out really well, and I haven't added the traffic back on the road, but we'll just kind of, I'm going to freehand this here, guys. We're going to just kind of come down here and look at this end. Look at it from this direction. There you go. So you can kind of see what we got here. So yeah, another balk line. It actually ends before it gets to the edge of the layout, so that it does look more divided. Nice intersection. The side road has not been redone because I may do something totally different with the direction of that road versus what it is now. We'll see in the future. But for July, that's really all the changes on the layout itself. So I did do a little more work on the Oxford Annex. We'll take a quick glance at that, and then we'll look at some of the new arrivals for July, and maybe a little bit of a running session at the end. We'll see if we can fit that in. Okay, a quick look down the Oxford Annex here. My Cato track, straight track order came in, and I've got most of it put out here now, where I at least know I have enough track to fill the layout. I mean, it's not all in place yet, but I've got enough to go from end to end. So just a quick look down there, the 4-track main. I started working on a different bridge footbridge to go over it. It didn't turn out so great, so I'm getting ready to do another trial with that. So that's really all the update on the Oxford Annex here. I did put some paper on these just to get a better feel for how everything's going to look. It's nothing really that you're looking at other than the base is permanent. So we'll keep you posted with separate videos on the progress of that layout itself. So that's it for layout stuff. On to the new arrivals. Okay, so let's look at some of the new arrivals that came in during July for the JPT Sub. Starting with 3 packages of Cato straight unitrack. Those are going to go for the Oxford Annex build that I'm working on. Didn't even know that Cato made these in 10 packs, and I found them on Plaza, Japan. And give you guys a clue, the price was reasonable enough that for that much, by the time you added in shipping, it was cheaper than buying it domestically. So that was a kind of a no-brainer to buy it this way. So that's a cool one. We'll be seeing these future videos. 2 more new additions were another little section of Cato Unitrack. I did buy that at the local hobby shop. And this apple barrel pavement paint, I've already had a bottle. I picked up another bottle here. This stuff is great for making asphalt, and it looks good for roofs and a few other applications too. So that's was another very useful purchase that we'll be seeing a lot of in other videos as well. Another addition was a couple of these are Japanese container flats by Cato. Pretty cool looking cars, and actually I'm considering repurposing these with a 40 and a 60-foot container, which actually will fit this car just right, and look more like then they'll look, maybe take this end off, but they'll look a bit more like the container cars that the British Railways are used for flats. But cool little car, the 802 10,000. So we'll probably see those on layout somewhere running in the future, just as is, before I do anything with them. But that's the plan for them, and they are neat little cars, so we got those. Another new arrival for July is this Paddington 5-car Hitachi Class 800 Great Western set. Quick look inside the package on this new arrival here is the Cato bookcase, which these things are very, very nice. Got our instruction sheet, some bubble wrap, and a beautiful train. This thing comes with 3 sections of 9 3/4 track and 1 section of a 7 5/16 or something like that, and a bumper track. I did think it was odd that it comes with 1 bumper track and not 2, so that you only have it at one end. You should have it at both for display purposes, because that's all that track is really why it's in the set, is for display. Comes with, I don't know how much of this you can see, the coupler unit this coupler unit for making 2 5-car sets together, a different post to add to the bumper, and a little screwdriver. So that's cool. Looking at the set here, I'm just gonna tilt the box up here. All right, so we can see, like, for the head-end cars here, the head-end cars are different, which is really cool. So this one, you can see on the front door, it has a drawing of Paddington. On the back, it has a color picture of Paddington. The second car here is the power car, actually, for this in this set. I love that you can see all the way through these things, that the motor's so flat you don't even see it. Matter of fact, if you look from the ends of the cars, and it's really, I tried to get it on camera and it's really hard to do, but you can actually see through from one end to the other, looking through the vestibule doors at the ends of the car. Car 3, car 4, and then the head-end car for the other end. One cool thing is that it does have the Michael Bond on it for the author of Paddington. So, closer look at that detail set, but there you go. And when we get to the end of the video, we'll see this as part of the running session at the end. Oh, I guess before I move on to that, though, the next thing, part of the other new arrivals is, well, we've got our Paddington set, so we need a decoders for it. So we also got an EM13 and a pair of FL12 ends, so we can do the power car and each of the end cars for the headlights. So those are be a different video, by the way, if you want to see me putting them in the train. So we'll move on to our next arrival. Okay, the last new arrival for July was this Microtrains Lee Valley car. This was a bit of a surprise, actually. Let's see the end there. This is the N-Scale Enthusiast membership car that you get for being a member. It's the 2024 car. I'd honestly completely forgotten about it, and I knew they had sent out some notes saying it was running late, and that we definitely would get it at some point. And well, we finally did, and it's really a nice car. Pretty happy with that. So that was a nice surprise addition to the layout. If any of you guys are interested in NSE or joining, or just want more information, if you can find it on their website, which I'll put a link to in the description to the video. Also, if you're really interested in joining, let me know. I've got a membership code you can put in there. So they have a bounty program, so as you bring in new members, you get a little reward. So if you guys want to join, let me know. I'll share a code with you and help you get on board. It's a great organization. They do some yearly conventions. You can find a lot of YouTube videos about those, and they're a lot of fun. So that's it for the new arrivals for July. Hope you guys enjoyed that part of this. And there you have it, everybody. That's going to wrap up the July update, even though I'm posting it in the first Sunday in August. So I'm a little behind there. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Next month we'll see some different trains running. So just glad everybody could tune in. Looking forward to any comments anybody might have, any suggestions. And thank you and take care.